Gentlemen, today I want to deal with one of the most destructive ideas that is passed on to young men when you are growing up. And in my generation, it was pretty common. And I'm going to call it the hard to get fallacy. The hard to get fallacy is actually can be attributed to the end of many marriages of my generation, which is Gen X. And you will see how and why in a short while. So I'm going to start with a question. It may make some of you uncomfortable, but we may have been guilty of this at some point or the other. We normally say that all of us have simped and fallen short of the glory of masculinity. So, gentlemen, let me ask you this question. How many years of your life have you wasted chasing a woman that was not interested in you? All right, let me repeat the question. How many years of your life have you wasted chasing a woman who never really wanted you? So maybe you texted her, you called her, you bent your schedule to fit into hers. She ignored you, she flaked. For those who don't know, flaking basically means not turning up on a date you've agreed on. She flaked on you, she even disrespected you. Okay, she may have humiliated you even publicly. Okay, but you told yourself that she's just playing hard to get. So you persisted, you still continued pursuing her. You endured, you confused humiliation with progress and persistence. But here is the brutal truth, gentlemen. Playing hard to get is not attraction, it is actually rejection that is camouflaged as possibility. Women actually don't play hard to get. So, this playing hard to get is a fallacy, and we're going to see about this shortly. And it's one of the greatest lies that men are ever told. So, from a young age, as I mentioned earlier, many men are indoctrinated with the narrative that women want men who are persistent. Okay? And even nowadays in social media, you see them saying, oh, men nowadays, if you tell them no, they don't come back. Don't go back. If a woman tells you no or rejects you, don't go back to her. But anyway, I digress. So we are told, don't give up too easily. You're told that women test you and women like a man who keeps pursuing. This is a profound misreading of female psychology and attachment research. And this has been published by Hazan and Sheva in uh, the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology in an article that is titled Attachment, Romantic Love Conceptualized as an Attachment Process. Romantic love conceptualized as an attachment process. Okay, so this article shows us, it's a research article, it shows that genuine desire is expressed through proximity seeking behaviors. Women will have proximity seeking behaviors when they have genuine desire towards you, and these are what we call choosing signals, the proximity seeking behaviors. Okay, they include eye contact. When a woman tries to make eye contact with you, she wants to make herself available, like she wants to be in your vicinity. She's very responsive when you speak to her. Okay, maybe you just wave or say hi or smile, she smiles back. Okay, many times they will even touch you, like they can say hi. That is a signal of genuine desire. So women who want you will give you a signal. You need to know the signal. If you guys want, you can tell me if you want me to do a video about the choosing signals. Women who want you, women who have a genuine burning desire towards you, do not conceal. Okay, they'll give you a choosing signal. By contrast, when you meet indifference, flaking, and repeated rejection, these are not signs of romantic coyness. They are actually evidence of mate deselection, her way of communicating that you are not my best option. or you are not my type, as they nowadays put it. Yet, men like myself, or men who are still plugged in, operating from scarcity and indoctrinated into the hard to get fallacy, they interpret rejection as a test. Okay? So they escalate the investment. They continue texting, they text even more, they call more, they chase harder, they supplicate endlessly to these women. They send them gifts during their birthday. Okay? You send through in between messages to her and so on. But this is actually operant self conditioning. Okay? Training yourself to be to pair rejection with hope. It is actually simping. Okay? Now, what happens when such a woman, what happens when such a woman, after years of ignoring you or ignoring a pursuer, suddenly settles for him? And these stories are there. If you watch uh, even local television shows or local interviews on podcasts, you'll find a couple telling you how the woman rejected the man for many years, and then one time she decided he was not so bad. This is the dynamic at play. So this is what we call a dangerous misattribution. The man assumes that his persistence paid off. Okay? He assumes that he has finally triumphed. He believes he has won her over. In reality, she is capitulating to circumstances. So most of the times, the alpha she wanted got away or rejected her. Most of the times, her biological clock is ticking louder. Her sexual agency has declined. That's why she's settling for you, not because you are her first choice. Her sexual marketplace value has declined, and her alpha option is no longer available. That is why she's coming to you. So she has no genuine burning desire for you. It's a strategic risk. David Bass tells us in Evolution of Desire that women actually deploy dual mating strategies. We've talked about this, alpha facts and beta facts. So women try to secure commitment from one man while reserving passion for another. And when the passion option vanishes, women often settle for the dependable pursuer, not out of desire, but out of resignation. And Sheryl Sandberg, the former CEO of Google, actually spoke about open hypergamy. This is, you can Google this. And many women today tell young ladies that you can date all the men, especially the bad boys. And then when you're in your 30s, you settle down with a beta male. So most of the times, when a woman settles for you after years of rejection, she already views you as a beta male from the get go. Because the alphas are the ones who are given sex, even on the first date. But if you pursue her for a long time, she views you as a beta male. And there's a cost to that, which you're going to look at in a short while. So the result of this, when a woman settles for you, is a relationship that is founded not on genuine burning desire, but on a strategic compromise. So the consequences of this are very predictable. The first thing is you're going to have transactional intimacy, where she leverages sex for compliance, not for connection. Okay, so those are the times, those are the husbands where you find you have to take her to Mombasa or Dubai for her birthday. You have to buy her a big birthday gift. You have to bill for her parents. You have to pay school fees for her siblings, or otherwise she denies you sex. So it becomes transactional intimacy. The second thing you're going to observe is that there are going to be a lot of shit tests. There's a lot of gaslighting and contempt. Her resentment crystallizes. And this is what we normally call buyer's remorse. She suffers buyer's remorse. You know, when you buy something and you feel either it was overpriced or you feel that it was not worth the price that you paid for, you become resentful towards it. Most of these women suffer buyer's remorse. And they end up cuckolding these guys. These are the guys who end up raising kids one of theirs. They're the men who fail paternity tests. So these women have no genuine burning desire for you. They're going to go out there and have sex with men they consider more fit more desirable, and more alpha. The third thing that happens is you're going to observe better provider dynamics. And these are the men who say happy wife, happy life, because he's a better diced man through 1,000 conceptions. Okay? So she silently despises this man as a weak man while he parrots happy wife, happy life. So if you have friends who are married and they tell you that kind of bullshit, you know those are beta males, and those are the men who are likely raising kids who are not theirs. John Gottman did a research, okay, a longitudinal marriage research, and he said that contempt is a single strongest predictor of divorce. So you'll observe that these women have contempt towards their men, the way they talk to them in the presence even of other people, the way they don't submit to them, and so on. So when a union begins with a woman's lack of genuine desire, contempt is inevitable. So fast forward, the marriage unravels. After she has settled for you, you do a big wedding. Normally, they'll insist on a big wedding. The marriage unravels. She cheats. She discovers. He discovers, rather. After she has cheated, he discovered and he finally leaves. And most of these beta guys, for a brief moment, she's going to panic and she's going to plead with him. I'm sorry. The kids miss you. I still love you, and so on. And this beta male, because he's operating from scarcity, he hugs her and he goes back. He's going to get pity sex, and after that, he believes that they have actually reconciled. But because he's still a beta male, within days, his frame collapses. Maybe he starts simping, okay? And his neediness is going to resurface. Then his dependence becomes obvious. His dependence becomes obvious. She sees again what she saw from the beginning: weakness. What she saw from the beginning when she was rejecting you even before you got married, it's confirmed that you're not the guy again. So a contempt deepens and infidelity resumes. Most of the times, these are the marriages that decay into dysfunction. Most of these guys start becoming alcoholics. They become fat. They start eating, comfort eating. And that's why most of the times I tell guys, the reason you are taking alcohol, maybe there's something that you need to address. If it's not anxiety, it's a problem in your life that you cannot confront. So dysfunction occurs. Dysfunction normally does not just occur in terms of people fighting all the time, like a toxic relationship and having a lot of conflict. Sometimes even taking alcoholism is dysfunction. Okay, eating a lot is dysfunction. Volatility is dysfunction. So eventually it collapses, and this is what most courts call irreconcilable differences. But the truth of it is that it was doomed from the moment he believed the lie that women play hard to get, and that hard to get equals attraction. Gentlemen, if this message is hitting you, don't just sit on it. Pause for a second, like the video, subscribe, and share it with other men. By doing this, you get every new upload, every insight, every strategy before anyone else. And that keeps you sharp, ahead of the curve, and unshaken. Secondly, you're not just helping yourself, you are also pulling other men out of the fog. Men who are lost, men who are confused and waiting for direction. So you become the signal fire. Because when one man levels up, it lifts the entire brotherhood. So smash that like button, hit subscribe, and pass this on to a man who needs it. Iron sharpens iron, and together we win. So, gentlemen, here is the uncompromising reality. A woman who views you as her best option will never play hard to get. A woman who loves you makes it easy and cheap for you. While a woman who doesn't, a woman who has no genuine burning desire for you, is going to make it hard and expensive for you. If a woman insists that she cannot go to a Kibandaski, you must take her to an expensive five-star hotel, that woman does not desire you. She's already viewing you as a beta male and is engaging you in transactional sex. So pay attention to this. Many men have thought that they are special, and because they are so thirsty for pussy, they've ended up making serious mistakes. Secondly, a woman who desires you is going to pursue you. She's going to qualify herself for you, and she'll even break her own rules to be with you. She's going to bend over backwards to secure you. Rolo reminds us that women make rules for betas and break them for alphas. Okay? So even a woman who says, I cannot eat in a kibandaski, when she meets an alpha, she's going to eat in a kibandaski and she'll enjoy the food. So women will always break rules for alphas and enforce them for betas. Any emotional bureaucracy a woman puts you through is a red sign. Okay? I think Beyonce said you put a ring on it. A woman who insists that you should put a ring on it first before you smash reviews you as a beta male. Okay? A woman who insists that you should take her to Dubai or to holiday somewhere in Mombasa or buy her an expensive gift for her birthday, she views you as a beta male. So, gentlemen, take this very seriously. If she withholds, if she flakes or disrespects you, next her. If she conditions intimacy on persistence, eject. If she plays hard to get, okay, recognize the bait, disengage, and move on unapologetically and don't look back. The scarcity mindset convinces men to chase scraps, okay? The abundance mindset liberates them to pursue excellence, to build status, and attract women who display genuine burning desire. And you should not settle for anything less than genuine burning desire. So, gentlemen, normalize this understanding. A woman who truly wants you will not make you guess, chase, or beg. She will signal, she will invest, and pursue reciprocity. If you have to send a woman fare and she's not jobless, she already is treating you like a beta male, you're already engaging in transactional relationship. So the myth of hard to get, gentlemen, is not just a bad dating advice. It is a root contagion of failed marriages, beta entrapment, and male disposability. Burn it out of your operating system forever. Now I'm going to challenge you. Have you ever chased a woman who was playing hard to get, only to realize later that she never truly wanted you? How did that experience shape your understanding of desire, power, and self respect in relationships? So drop your reflections, share your experiences in the comments below, and let's dissect this together. Your war stories, your lessons, your breakthroughs. Let's talk about it below, and I'll see you on the next one. Gentlemen, mark your calendars. On Saturday, 4th of October, 2025, we're going to meet at Ololtepe's picnic site in Kiserian. So we're going to be meeting from 4 p.m. Till late, and it's going to be more than just nyamachoma. This is going to be about brotherhood, it's about networking, and also having deep conversations with fellow unplugged professionals. So if you've been looking for a space where unplugged men gather together to exchange wisdom, to sharpen each other for the journey ahead, then this is it. So I'm inviting you formally. Come hungry, come ready to network, and come ready to level up. So register or as per the instructions on the flyer on this particular video. And your registration matters because it secures your seat in this particular gathering and it keeps the circle strong. So see you on the Nyama Fest on 4th of October 2025.